So we're back today and wanted to talk again about Officer Tatum. He just can't seem to stop going in on the Nolan Wells case. Nolan Wells, for those that don't know, is the 18-year-old African-American kid that was on 4th of July, went out on a boat with four of his white friends, and they left Horn Island, outlier island off of the coast of Mississippi, without him returning, and he was found dead 2 days later. And so the mom is, the family and the mom especially are, they're looking for answers. Things aren't adding up. They're not getting answers from the police. It's Mississippi. They've hired Benjamin Crump to represent them, and they're just trying to get answers. And we have Officer Tatum, who just, he's astounding to me. So I wanted to get your take on, it feels like he's creating more of a maelstrom that he's trying to pin on Nolan's mom. So I wanted to get your take, how is this happening?
Yeah, this is a very unique human being, Brandon Tatum. I'm not calling him an officer. Right. And the reason why I'm not calling him an officer is because he did two spots with Aunt Nancy Grace. Mm-hmm. Nancy Grace is a proven entity. She's a proven federal prosecutor who's prosecuted over 100 cases and won every case. Yeah. She's a force of nature in that courtroom. Now, historically, we understand the relationship between prosecution office and the police department, law enforcement. Mm-hmm. He could not get in sync with Nancy Grace.
Not at all.
He was not in sync with her at all. He was running around the questions, and she had to keep bringing him back in. And she made a really important statement when she said she's a mother.
Yeah.
Now, and the reason why this is a very important statement is because Nancy Grace is a white female. Mm-hmm. But it is a reflex for her, being a white female, it's a reflex for her to identify with the mother.
Absolutely.
That it void of color. Mm-mm. She says, if this was my son, you're gonna have to produce more answers than that.
Oh yeah.
For me, and and this is a white woman. Officer Tatum is a African American man, and he somehow cannot see Nolan Wells as his son.
Right.
To me, that's a very unique moment. It's, white supremacy is a misnomer. It's not a real thing.
Explain.
Well, it's a misnomer. White supremacy is, you have extraordinary white people in the world, just like you have extraordinary black people in the world. Mm-hmm. And those extraordinary white people do not need this quote unquote white supremacy to succeed. They don't need this ailing, invisible, corrupt system to achieve the heights of anything, to master craft, to compete at anything, at any level. There are white people that don't need that. Mm-hmm. And white supremacy should be rightfully labeled a white infirmary or a white illness.
Yeah.
It's not about supremacy.
No.
But what Officer Tatum is, if white supremacy is a misnomer, Officer Tatum is a genuine white supremacist.
Oh, yeah.
That's what he is. He cannot see, and this to me, this really baffles me, because he cannot see. He's got a teenage son, and it's not registering to him that his son could be Nolan Wells. Yeah. His son could be Trayvon Martin. His son could be any one of these boys that are caught into one of these scenarios.
Yeah, easily. Like he has, just as a parent, being able to feel like someone's loss of their child and just wanting answers. Like there's like a disconnect. He's so disassociated.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah. And it's important. It's important to understand his existence, mm-hmm. because he's the crown jewel of white supremacy. You know, think about it like this. When did Mississippi get slavery off the books?
This is I think it's one of my favorite fun facts. Mississippi did not fully get slavery off of their books until 2013.
Tell me that story.
So they, quote unquote, forgot to ban slavery. They took a symbolic vote on the 13th Amendment, which was the emancipation, in 1995. Like, it took that long. And then they forgot to file the paperwork. And then the only reason we found out, or they found out, that the paperwork hadn't been filed is that Steven Spielberg made the movie Lincoln. And a citizen of Mississippi decided to go and look into it and found that it had not been completed. I think that movie came out in 2010. And it still took them till 2013 to get it all tidied up. February
7th, 2013.
Yeah.
That's incredible. And so, you know, here we are. America is being purged. This is what's happening with this, you know, Make America Great Again and all this different forms of racial tension and these things that's coming back. You know, these things have to be purged in order, you know, any body, you know, literally a body, a human being, a government, anybody, in order for it to get healthy, it has to purge its illness. It has to purge its sickness. And that's what we're living through. We're witnessing the country purge all this vitriol and this hatred and this racism is coming to the surface so it can be exposed and scraped away.
Right.
You see, and we got, you know, a guy like Brandon Tatum that wants to go down on that ship.
What astounds me about Tatum is, like you said, his love for white supremacy. Like, you know, he's like denying that there's a system that exists and that these white kids, nobody's accusing these white kids that were Nolan's friends of anything. You know, there's no accusations, but there are a lot of unanswered questions. Yeah. And that's fair. That's totally fair. But he is going so hard in their defense when the system's already set up in their defense.
Listen, there's a lot of unanswered questions, and this is Mississippi.
Exactly.
Let's not act like this is not Mississippi.
Exactly. Not only, you know, say, you know, someone who was white was found to be guilty of something nefarious. Even if it's another case, in this case, they're going to get a lighter sentence than any other person of color. And then if they're Black, African American, they're going to get a heavier sentence than any other race.
Yeah, and everybody knows this.
Yeah.
So we can stop pretending that it's not the case, and we can move forward in a just and fair society and social system where everybody is making a contribution based on their merits and their dedication to craft and to being a good human being. I think what we did along the way somewhere we decided to make being a good person, it's corny.
Oh, yeah.
It's corny to be a good person. And so the danger in that is that everybody keeps doubling down on being a scumbag.
Yeah, and this probably sounds corny, is I think it took a turn for the worst with that when Michael Jackson passed.
I don't think that's corny at all. I mean, you know how I feel about Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
I think Michael Jackson was a very unique human being, and I don't think he's talked about enough.
No.
I think what happened to him is going to be remembered as, in 100 years, it's going to be remembered as one of the most abominable acts. Yeah. When his music is really, really discovered, and all through his music, even when he was having fun, how much love and humanity was in his music from the very beginning.
Oh, yeah. Even, his song Bad, the world can be a better place.
Yeah.
Like, he's always trying to do something for the world to make things better. And I don't know who else is doing that anymore.
Because it's not cool anymore. It's corny.
Right.
And so from that has bubbled up this blister that we call Brandon Tatum. Yeah. He's the blister. He's the pimple on America's ass. Everybody should be paying attention to this guy. Oh, yeah. There's, you remember Dante's Inferno.
Yes.
And it discusses the levels of hell.
Yes.
And it's written, it's an extremely esoteric book, because what it does is it's mathematically correct, because it describes the mirror image or the antithesis of what Christianity would be. Mm-hmm. And to some degree, Christianity is this twisting of spiritual laws. Mm-hmm. That's not to say that you can't find a path of enlightenment through it, but that was, they kind of took it out with Gnosticism. Mm-hmm. But Dante's Inferno, all the way at the lowest level, where you finally get to the devil.
Right. And
the devil is a three-headed being. Mm-hmm. And the interesting thing is remember everything, this is a symbolic thing. It's written in a language of symbolism. So Dante's Inferno, you get down there to the devil's a three-headed being. And this is supposed to be an abomination of the Trinity, or Christianity.
Yeah.
And the hell is not hot like most people think.
Yeah.
Not in Dante's Inferno, although it's called Inferno. Right. It's the hell, the center of hell is a frozen lake.
Really?
Yeah, and the devil is frozen in this lake. And the thing is, the devil doesn't rule. According to Dante, the devil is not the ruler of hell. Mm-hmm. He's just its oldest, longest standing guest.
Really?
He's not the ruler of hell. He's just, and the reason why and this is what ties this into Officer Tatum for me, because the reason why he's the oldest guest is because he keeps flapping his wings to get out of the lake. Mm-hmm. But he doesn't realize that the more he flaps his wings, the more he freezes the lake. And so he can't escape because he won't stop flapping his wings.
He keeps circulating the cold.
And he keeps circulating the cold and freezing himself in the lake, and so therefore he can't escape. And the irony of it is, it's a version of the Song of the Sirens. Mm-hmm. You see what I mean? Where when Odysseus passes by that Song of the Sirens, and he says, it's the promises, all the promises that I didn't keep. Mm-hmm. You see?
Yeah.
At some point, Tatum is going to have to realize that what he's doing to himself and to his community. Mm-hmm. Now, going on Nancy Grace, going toe-to-toe with D.L. Hughley, and he's just got about every black content creator on his ass right now.
Yes.
And he won't stop flapping his wings.
Yeah.
He will not. If he stops flapping his wings, he has to hear the song of the sirens.
Yeah, he can't handle that reflection.
And he can't handle the reflection. So he's going to keep flapping his wings. Mm-hmm. So he does not have to hear the song.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? He has, and it's at the expense of, his own children.
Right. I can't imagine his children once they, are older, out on their own, have their own, lives, identity. They're, going through college, whatever they decide to do, and hear some of the things he's had to say. Like, I don't know how to reconcile that. Like, how they would be able to reconcile that. Like, it's to me, it's astounding. Like, it's like watching a train wreck.
Listen, what I hope for him is that when his sons come of age and they sit him down and they have this talk with him, I hope he can stop flapping his wings.
I hope so.
I hope he can stop flapping his wings, and I hope he can sit down and face the song when one day his son asks him, "What if that had been me?
Right.
What if I was Trayvon? What if I was Nolan Wells?" And I hope he lets that burn through him. That's the baptism of fire. Mm-hmm. And I hope, and they say maybe nobody's above redemption. So, I don't want him part of the black community.
Oh, no.
As far as I'm concerned, he can't be welcomed into this community, but his redemption and with his son, when at that point when his son is a man and his son holds him accountable, and I hope he stops flapping his wings, right, and he lets it burn.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
But as far as welcoming him into the black community or ever calling him brother, that could never happen.
I think there's a level of trust that can never be built because of the stance that he's taken. And it's, I think on the last podcast we discussed, he's very much like, there's this young kid in Birth of a Nation that has like all the white
ring around his mouth.
And he's the one that,
he rats out Nat Turner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's, he doesn't know what he's doing. He's a kid. He doesn't have the understanding to know that like that was his chance at freedom. And Tatum's kind of in that mindset where you don't know what he will do to betray your community because he's taken so many steps already.
Well, yeah, we know what he would do to betray the community. That's
I'm just saying
exactly what he
would do.
But I mean, I get your point.
Yeah.
But I don't think that. The boy in the movie, I don't think he understood the depth to what he was doing.
Not at all.
I do think Brandon Tatum does understand what he's doing. When he was crying for Charlie Kirk, he was crying. He's blowing snot. He was on camera. He said he would not cry in front of his wife if his son died, but he's crying for Charlie Kirk, and he's blowing snot into his shirt and the guy's got 3 million followers. I want to do my dissertation on him because he's a study on the psychological effects of a belief system and a political and social system that was designed specifically to destroy black men. Mm-hmm. And for most of us, it hasn't been able to destroy us. But Tatum is completely destroyed. I don't care how many followers he has. He's completely destroyed under that system that was intended to destroy him. You see, and we can play hopscotch around all of these, the belief systems. Mm-hmm. But for thousands of years now, for hundreds of years, since Cesare Borgia put his face up as Jesus Christ, and we've gone Cesare Borgia, what is this, 1400?
Something like that.
1400s when the Borgias was all over Rome.
Rodrigo Borgia was the Pope, and Cesare was one of his cardinals.
And one of his cardinals and his son.
Yes.
So they commissioned a picture of Jesus Christ, but it was actually Cesare Borgia. Mm-hmm. Now you get all of this, commentary about whether or not, Jesus was black or white or whatever. Jesus Christ and Cesare Borgia is one and the same, in my opinion. And that's not to, I don't want to, down anybody's religion. But when you take a man of color and buried into his psyche, this is, I'm not going to take you on a journey with, Carl Jung and all of this, but you take a man of color and he has buried into his psyche that his visual of God does not look like him. It looks like that man over there. Mm-hmm. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
That is going to create a domino effect in so many different decisions and choices you make about yourself and how you view that person that looks more like how you see your God. It creates in psychology what's called a halo effect. Mm-hmm. And we see that permeate throughout society. And so these boys he's defending, he doesn't understand he's defending them because they have the halo effect.
Right.
He doesn't have it.
Yeah.
So he feels he needs to step up and defend them.
Right.
Because of this halo effect, because of Cesare Borgia, because of his belief system. Mm-hmm. You see what I mean? It doesn't register to him that he's even a black man.
I don't think he sees it in the mirror.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's gonna have to be reconciled.
Yeah.
But right now you've got almost every content creator, every black African American male content creator is on his ass, and they should be.
I hope it penetrates.
I'm hopeful, but I don't think it will, because he won't be able to stop flapping his wings.
Well, I think too I think he gets a little gassed up when like Piers Morgan has him on, and while I love Nancy Grace, she like gives him credibility where he really doesn't have any. Like she gives, I love Nancy Grace. She gives him flowers as he was a police officer, but he was not a detective.
I don't think, you know what? I don't think it's that Nancy Grace is giving him credibility. I don't think that's what she obliterated his ass. Yeah. And she did it on her show. I think what Nancy Grace does is, I don't think he's smart enough to understand how Nancy Grace surgically tore him apart. I don't think he can see that. I don't think he's smart enough to know how D.L. Hughley surgically tore him apart. Mm-hmm. Nancy Grace is a federal prosecutor by trade. Mm-hmm. Some of her closest friends are probably in law enforcement.
Yeah.
She endured a horrific tragedy when she was 19 years old. Her fiance was killed. And ultimately this led her into prosecution. Mm-hmm. And so she's obviously intellectual, but if you are a federal prosecutor and you win 100 fucking cases, you're talented.
Very.
That's a talent.
Yeah.
Brandon Tatum does not have talent.
But the thing is, I don't think he's smart enough to realize he just got his ass tore up.
Yeah, he doesn't. He
just
know
knows that he got on Nancy Grace. She's a huge name. She's been on TV forever. She's, like you said, she's an insanely smart prosecutor. Piers Morgan has been on TV forever. And he's getting attention from these people, so he thinks it's validating him, and it's really, I feel like it feels like dinner for schmucks to me.
Well, because it is dinner for schmucks, but it's not. You can't say that she's validating them. Mm-hmm. This is why you don't play chess with a pigeon. Because it's just going to shit all over the board and strut around like it won. You see my point?
Yeah.
That's got nothing to do with Nancy Grace.
No.
She has a respect for law enforcement. Mm-hmm. And so within that, construct, she gave him his due. You are law enforcement. You walked the beat for 6 years, and she's letting him know. But at the same time, she tore his ass apart because he wasn't communicating like law enforcement, and he doesn't realize he wasn't. She's asking him questions. Between a prosecutor and law enforcement, these are very direct questions and very direct answers. Mm-hmm. You see what I mean?
Yeah. We saw why he was not very good at law enforcement.
Exactly. She's asking him very direct questions, and he's running all the way around the barn and then giving her an answer, and then she still has to bring it back. And she's doing it with grace, mm-hmm. because she really could have, tore his ass up, but she's not doing that. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But in no way do I think she was giving him flowers. I personally, I don't think she liked him.
Yeah, I don't think it's her. I think it's how he's perceiving his appearances on these programs.
There's nothing you can do about that, though. You're talking about somebody that doesn't even perceive himself as being black.
Right.
So there's nothing we can do about that. You see, you've got good positive black and white people that are on the right side of history and that are on the right side of justice, black and white. And you've got despicable black people and despicable white people. Mm-hmm. And this was one of the crucial points in Nolan's Odyssey, mm-hmm. because based on what justice is and injustice is, it has nothing to do with the color of your skin. You have to come together, mm-hmm. if you are for justice.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? And that's one of the points he was making with the way he cast the movie, because it was cast. It had nothing to do with casting it according to modern times. It was cast according to the world they lived in. Right. And this is why he keeps going back into this reiteration of what Zeus's law is, which is Amun's law. Mm-hmm. You see what I mean? Whether you black or white, if you are living by spiritual law, you are on the right side of history. Mm-hmm. And it has nothing to do with what color you are. Mm-hmm. And those people who are on the right side of history, black or white, have to come together, or the world will continue to descend into lawlessness.